man. Today's been such a day. We had such ups and downs. We played some good games. We played some terrible, terrible, terrible games. But it was our fault. All right, GLHF pseudo. Let's go. All right, we're gonna start with the huge. I completely expect c5 here. Yep. We're just gonna play c3. We're gonna put this to the test. This is the pseudo abstract meta. He's been all over this. Okay. Now, I'm thinking d5. Call me crazy. I don't care. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. We're playing d5. He didn't know I had this ready, but I did. I didn't know I had this ready. But that just makes two of us that are they're gonna learn out of this situation. Okay, here's a bit of a tricky situation, right? Because okay, this is he knows the lines. Shit. I have spent a little bit of time trying to find out what I should play here. Now, pawn up is maybe compelling. Probably not super compelling. I think I wrote down in a note what I wanted to play if this actually happened on the board, but I don't remember now. It was either knight b d2 or bishop c4, and I don't remember. I gotta check my notes. I think I prepared against this, didn't I? Am I allowed to check my own notes, or is that cheating? Maybe that's not in the spirit of things. Okay, so we obviously can't capture here because this is mate, right? This enables us to capture here next turn, so it's not so bad. If this takes happens, then we play knight c4, and then we move from there, right? If this knight takes move happens. This bishop move is an option. This bishop move is an option. This bishop move's an option. Means that he can't recapture, which is good. Then what? Pawn up. Then what? Knight bd2. Oh, but then knight bd2 doesn't threaten knight c4. Well, that sucks. Okay, here takes here. Then this queen just moves to wherever the fuck it wants, right? Maybe this is necessary in that situation. I had a move for this. I just don't remember. Maybe we push. Immediate captures, opens up the file. That's not good. Takes here. I mean, that's not good either, obviously. This knight move doesn't look amazing, if I'm honest. And I am. What was the move here? I don't remember. Giving away this pawn for free doesn't look good. This, and then what? Hi, you're still here? Hi, babe. I'm still here. What was a few matches to cool down before we shamefully turned off the stream turned into, we had some momentum. Now we're just playing. We don't even remember why we're playing in the first place. We're playing just to feel something again. Something like that. What do I do here? Cool. I'm here. Glad you're okay. Yeah, we're okay. We've seen better days. You sound so well. Yeah. Maybe we just do this. Moon first. What am I doing? I need to moon before I sink. I mean, takes is obviously ridiculous because take. Actually, takes is takes is ridiculous because takes. And then if takes, and basically threatens mate. Takes here, similar. We just don't want the takes here. It just feels bad. We built up this position for ourselves. Now we probably want to put ourselves in a position where this becomes undesirable for our opponent to play. A way that we do that is probably, how do we do that? Probably tie down our opponent's. Tie down this opponent's knight here somehow, right? Our dark square bishop's kind of stuck, unfortunately. Okay, we fully expected e6 from our opponent. Now the question is what our opponent does next. Do we take here? Is it time? Is it time to take? Because opening up this diagonal is, you know, just utter insanity. Utter insanity. So opening up this diagonal is basically the only other option, right? If our opponent does that, can we punish? Yeah, trading our opponent, trading this pawn away now feels okay. Doesn't feel amazing, but it feels okay. Yeah, now our opponent's got to be careful. He realizes. I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow then. We'll talk in a bit. You know, this is going to be the last game. This is probably going to be the last game. Last game of the day for us. Yeah, we don't want to go overboard, you know. Too much of a good thing. Question is how this bishop gets into the frame. If we could push this knight, then we're laughing. If we could push this knight, it's easy money. This pawn is just so pinned. Actually, if we take here, it forces the queen to recapture, because if this pawn takes, then that's like a nightmare. Maybe, is that true? You could probably just cover it up with the queen. It's probably not that big a deal. How do we take advantage of the structure? I'm gonna kick this knight, right? Definitely want to kick this knight. It's the best way of doing that. Well, by doing this, I mean, we are currently threatening this knight, right? So one play is to block the diagonal like this. Maybe we want to block it with the bishop, just to be safe. It's probably a better play, because then we can also use it as a weapon, like along here, like if we recapture like this. Yeah, I like that. Okay, now the threat is that we capture this knight. Now the threat is that we capture this knight. And then we see what Pseudo's got up his sleeve. This knight is just so on guarding this triagonal duty. I mean, this can always happen. But if something like this happens, then suddenly, I mean, look, nothing's defending this knight. I mean, let's get real. What's going to happen here? Opponent's got to be careful. Something like this works. But then queen here threatens mate, right? Because you undefend this square. And I think we have a plethora of time travels on our hands. If I had to guess, I don't know. I haven't calculated them. But I think trading our D pawn for our opponent's F pawn is probably a good deal at the end of the day. Yeah. I don't know if takes with the queen. Well, okay, takes with the queen is obviously insanity. But maybe takes with the pawn here is better. Because check here, then you block with the bishop, then what? Because check here, or, you know, block here doesn't do the job in time. But I guess there's the lingering threat, right? And that's what it's about. Yeah, it's not like you have to take advantage of this immediately. You can take advantage of the fact that if captures with this pawn, next turn our opponent is basically obligated to close this up. Otherwise, it's bad news. It's bad news bears. Then we could also deliver a check. Yeah. No. This is probably the better play. It's probably the better play. Our opponent's in the think tank. I mean, the question of where does this go, or where does this knight go, is a real one. I'm not sure that I know. I don't know the answer. Probably got to move this, right? Wow, that was unexpected. And I've blocked it off now, haven't I? Wow. Oh, if our opponent's got like mate threats here, I'm gonna be real embarrassed. I'm gonna be very embarrassed. Okay, let's think about this. We have two options, right? We got this option, which probably leads to our timely demise. We got this option, which looks almost equally terrible. Well, this option loses on the spot to this, so we don't want to do that. We probably want to do this. Okay, this somehow, in a pretty classic me fashion, I missed that this exists. We probably want to take with the bishop here, right? I mean, am I crazy? Like, okay, so I was a little trepidatious at first because I thought our opponent had something, but now I don't know. I think I'm seeing the boogeyman. I don't believe our opponent. I don't believe our opponent. This happens. Now what? Oh, is that what our opponent wanted? That's all. So I don't really mind. I mean, you do you, man. That's fine. Our opponent gets the rook. What is that worth? Seems crazy. So let's set up a mating threat. Well, is there maybe like time travel shenanigans? Probably not, right? Time travel onto here. Maybe. In this position. It's possible. Let's move this up. Where does this queen go? It can definitely take its pick. Maybe here. Can't take a pawn one turn in the past. Here looks bad. Here? Well, then he's got the same attack maybe, but now there's a... Well, no, doesn't really look good. I think that we don't worry about it and we generate our own mating threats, right? Yeah, this guy's defended. Or maybe we just give away the knight? What's this knight ever done for us? Connecting the rook and the queen might be the most sensible play here. Because our opponent gave up a knight to do this. If we give up a knight back, that doesn't feel awful. You know what I mean? Can we trap our opponent's queen? I think we can. If takes, we do this. That's fun, right? It's defended by this. This is defended. Yeah. Maybe we just do this. If takes, then we trap. Oh no, we don't trap it because it can take this pawn. More importantly, we threaten this. We threaten this knight, which would give us mate in one. Really, that's what it is. That's the important bit. But it also gives our opponent mate. So this isn't my best, like my most inspired tactic here, ever. Because then takes here, and it's like, okay. If we do this, then our opponent has like almost immediate mate. So not my finest work, admittedly. Maybe we castle first. Is that crazy? Yeah, it's not trapped because this pawn's not defended. Didn't think that far into it. Seems like we should have so many plays. It's difficult to spot them. We're doing well on time. At least there's that. I never like when there's just the lone queen out here doing its thing. It just never seems worth. You know? This turn was probably not the best move. Well, I mean, it did prevent this pawn from being pushed, which also blocks in this bishop. So actually, it's probably a good move, not for the reasons that I thought. And I mean, evinced by our opponent's hesitation here. Opponent probably considering their time travel prospect. Yeah, moving this bishop, of course, undefended b2. It's a lesson that we've had to learn many a time the hard way, as it were. Oh, what's this all about now? What are we being threatened with? Where's this knight going? I feel like this threatens immediate mate. Or maybe we want to do this to threaten like double mate. If we take this, then only move as recaptures like this. No, but I mean, obviously our opponent hasn't just blundered mate for no reason, right? If you do that, okay. This knight is staring down. All right, let's just play a move and then look at where this knight's going. On this board, here are the options. Now, we're probably content with recapturing with the pawn here. Taking a pawn one turn in the past doesn't work. Simply put, the pawn just recaptures itself. And it would open up our G file. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad for our opponent. Doing this, the problem is that it doesn't really threaten me. Okay, but what is he threatening? I'm sorry? What exactly is he threatening? No double time travel. Takes here and then takes maybe? And then a time travel? Maybe the threat is if we move this, then he takes here and this happens. Maybe we just castle. I mean, castling is usually ill-advised. We do this, he takes here. And we have to open this up, is that the idea? No, because then we have check, because it doesn't check us to do that, right? We do this, he does this, it doesn't check us. And we've got immediate mate. Or we've got check opens this up, and then, you know, like mate in this direction. Our opponent must have thought of this. Okay, so takes, or goes here, takes here with check, takes here. Now we've got this situation opened up. Our opponent covers, but then we've got mate immediately. As soon as we uncheck ourselves. You know what? If our opponents get away out of this, kudos, he wins. That's all we're gonna say. If pseudo has a tactic here that wins, then, you know, hats off, you know, to the chef, whatever. Maybe castling here was the safer play. We're just gonna play for the win instead of like giving our opponent unnecessary opportunities to steal back the game. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Now if the knight moves, then we have mate. We have mate right here. That's just how it is. If he like covers it up, then we get a free knight. That's interesting. For so many reasons. Then we take here, right? Okay. In this situation, we take here, right? Actually, is there better? Do we have better? Check here. Then what happens? He has to move the king. Hold on. Is there something here? Is there something to this? He has to move the king, and then we check here. And then we maybe have some sneaky time travel mate. Check here, and then this happens. Well, okay, check here, and then what options does he have? He can literally, he can't block with anything. He could time travel, I guess. He has to move the king either here or here. Let's say that we check here and he moves the king here. He can't, because that would be mate in one turn. So he has to move here, only move. After, oh no, sorry, he can. Check here, and then he can move here, but then we have mate. Like on the next turn. So check here, and then he has to move here. Then what do we do? How do we take advantage of this? We have bishop here. We could maybe, or we could check him here in the pass now, and then only move his takes. And then we could check here, and then only move his who cares. And then this doesn't quite become mate, because after this we don't have the, okay. So we don't quite have it, but we almost have it, right? Check here, only move. We could check here. Actually, we could check here as well. Here, this has to happen. Oh, then we can check here, and then he has to move somewhere where we can check again here. So then this is open on this turn. Then we check, then this is open. Then no matter where he goes, because he has to go after the second check, either here or here, right? Then we can check him again. Okay, so check here, this is now open. Check here, this is now open. Check again, this is now open, and then mate. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna ship it. We're gonna ship it. And if he goes here, then we have like even better mate, right? Like, we don't have to worry about anything. Well, I mean, we've got this mate here, I guess, but that's not even what I was talking about. I might have miscalculated. That's always a possibility. Every single time, that's a possibility. All right, we did it. We got there. Cute little mating pattern. Very well done. We won the race. GG's. GG pseudo. That was a close one. That was close. That was brilliant. Oh, thanks, Black Jacket. No, you're too kind. No, it was just a bunch of caveman checks, and then, you know, we got there, you know? It was a nice mating pattern. I'm glad we didn't miscalculate. But, you know, our pieces were in the right place at the right time. I tried going crazy again, but it didn't work. Want to play? Now Right and Wrong offers to play. Oh, man. The problem is, it's really late.